3 people. On Wednesday, I had given you an update on this case, and at that time in the investigation, we did not have any indication that this crime was hate-motivated. As of this afternoon, that has changed. Due to the continued investigation, consistent review of offense reports made by our crime analysis unit, our team was able to review the data and concluded 3 recent shootings of Asian-run businesses may be connected. The driver in each driving a similar vehicle. On April 2nd, 2022, at about 11:13 a.m., a vehicle drove past a strip mall of Asian-run businesses located at 2208 Royal Lane, where shots were fired at 3 businesses. However, no one was injured. Witnesses reported the driver was in a red minivan. A month later, on May 10th, 2022, a suspect in a burgundy van or car drove by and shot into Asian-run businesses near 4849 Sunnyvale Street. 3 people were in the back part of the building but were not injured. The next day, on May 11th, 2022, at 2216 Royal Lane, a suspect entered the business and shot 3 victims. A witness described the suspect running from that business to a red, older-style minivan and sped away westbound on Royal Lane. Out of an abundance of caution, we have reached out to our partners to make them aware of the possible connection and ask for their assistance. This includes the FBI and member agencies of the Joint Terrorism Task Force. We are also working with North Texas police partners to determine if this criminal action has or is taking place in their jurisdictions. Through our community engagement, we have or are already in the process of notifying our Asian community and business leaders, and we have also reached out to the Anti-Defamation League, and I've spoken to the mayor, and we have reached out to the Mayor's Hate Crime Advisory Council. Because of this event, because of this event that just happened this week, we had scheduled a Korean American Safety Town Hall meeting scheduled for early next week, which will discuss these issues as well. To safeguard our community, we will be utilizing camera trailers in certain areas, and every patrol station has been advised to increase visibility patrols in the areas of our Asian community. Most important, we are turning into every resident of the city of Dallas to keep an eye out and safeguard our city. Hate has no place here, and to assist us in identifying any possible suspects. And if you see something, say something. I'll say it in Spanish here before we get going. Estoy aquí para hablar sobre los tiroteos que pasaron en Royal Lane, que hirieron a 3 personas. El miércoles había dado a ustedes lo que está pasando sobre este caso. En ese momento de la investigación no teníamos ninguna indicación de que este crimen estaba motivado por odio. Aparte de esta tarde, eso ha cambiado. Debido a la investigación continua, la revisión constante de los informes de delitos realizados por nuestra unidad de análisis que delitos, nuestro equipo podía revisar los datos y concluyó que 3 tiroteos recientes en negocios asiáticos pueden estar conectados. El conductor en cada condición estaba manejando un vehículo similar. En abril, había un vehículo que pasó un centro comercial en 2208 Royal Lane. Los testigos informaron a nosotros que el que estaba manejando el carro era un minivan roja. Un mes después, en el 10 de mayo, un sospechoso otra vez en una camioneta o automóvil de color marrón pasó y disparó también contra un negocio en 4849 Sunnyvale Street. 3 personas estaban en la parte trasera del edificio, pero no estaban heridas. Al siguiente, en el mayo de 2022, en Royal Lane, un sospechoso entró al negocio y disparó a 3 víctimas. Un testigo nos dijo que el sospechoso estaba también en un minivan roja que salió de esa área y se fue por Royal Lane. Nos hemos puesto en contacto con nuestros socios para informarles de la conexión posible que está en estos casos. Estamos trabajando con el FBI, con el FBI y las agencias miembros del Task Force contra el terrorismo. Además, estamos trabajando con socios de la Policía del Norte de Texas para determinar si esta acción criminal está teniendo lugar en sus áreas. A través de nuestro compromiso comunitario, Tenemos a todos listos al proceso de notificar a nuestra comunidad, dueños de negocios, y también nos hemos comunicado con la Liga Antidifamación y hemos hablado con el alcalde y nos hemos comunicado con el Consejo Asesor de Delitos de Odio del alcalde. Debido a este evento, también tenemos una reunión de seguridad con la comunidad coreana para la semana que viene. Para salvaguardar nuestra comunidad, estamos usando cámaras en ciertas áreas y todas las estaciones de la ciudad de patrulla que aumenten las patrullas de alta visibilidad en las áreas donde nosotros los vamos a necesitar para este caso. Lo más importante es que estamos pidiendo a todos los residentes de Dallas para que estén atentos y nos ayuden a salvaguardar nuestra ciudad. El odio no tiene ningún lugar en esta ciudad, nuestra ciudad de Dallas. Y para que nos ayuden a identificar los posibles sospechosos. Si ven algo, que digan algo, por favor. Y con eso voy a abrirlo para preguntas. With that, I'll open it to questions.
Chief, did the guy say anything in any of these incidents?
Not to our knowledge at this point. Obviously, the other incidents, were more of drive-by type of incidents. Whether he got out of a car, come back in. Right now, it's too early to tell that right now. Well, the crime happened Tuesday, I believe.
But the others that were the same descriptions?
Well, the others, this is police work. Oftentimes you get these cases and it takes hard-working detectives and analysts to call all the amounts of shootings and incidents that we have in the city to put it together. To me, I think it's extraordinary work for them to have been able to tie this together. Oftentimes it does take this long. But now that we have, I'm very fortunate, as opposed to not being happy that we didn't link these together sooner. I'm very fortunate that our hardworking men and women did put it together so that we can clarify some things, and in the abundance of caution, to give our community a heads up.
Chief, you said that these crimes may be committed in the Korean or American community, but can you clarify, is this thing you think it might be a hate crime, or is it just a coincidence that he's taking advantage of this neighborhood?
Well, the reason we want to give this presentation and talk to our community is for the possibility that this could be hate motivated. I don't think we can just draw it to our Korean community, but our Asian community. And so we need to, as in any other instance where we feel any part of our community is being attacked for a reason of hate, we're going to take this abundance of caution. Hate has no place here. And so the minute we see that, we're going to take this action. So we need to get this person in custody. We need our community's help. I can guarantee you this police department will be looking for these individuals, working hard. But again, right now, it's not like when we gave the first briefing, when we had no indication this was hate motivated. That's changed. There may be a link to hate in this fashion, and we have to be a proactive police department and make sure that our community knows what we know, particularly in these types of cases.
Chief, is there information beyond the targets themselves that suggests that this may be hate-related that you're looking at?
Well, apart from the last incident where there had been some sort of altercation or argument prior, the fact that those in connection with the other two had no reason whatsoever. When you connect those dots, you have to start leaning towards this may be motivated by something other than just a random act.
Hey, Chief, when I was working in Atlanta, I covered the Asian squad shootings. Did you take any ideas from them about that case into this one?
Well, you know what? It's early right now. Literally, when we got this information this afternoon, or late morning this afternoon, we scheduled this because we wanted to get that out. There's no question that I'm sure we will reach out to whether our allied agencies, our federal partners, our JTTF, which probably will have some knowledge of that tragedy, but certainly we'll leave no stone unturned. Like I said, we didn't wait for this. As soon as we got this, we knew it was important to get out to our community.
Referente al caso de Deep Ellum, señalaba que había ya oficiales muy cerca y que llegaron muy rápido, se viene haciendo un buen trabajo de tiempo atrás, que
Bueno, en el caso de Deep Ellum, que es diferente de este caso, tenemos oficiales que están ahí, porque sabemos que esa área ha tenido sus problemas. Pero también estoy bien orgulloso que tenemos oficiales trabajando duro. Teníamos oficiales que llegaron y estaban tratando de salvar vidas, porque estaban tan cerca. Y vamos a seguir diciendo eso. Pero también cuando pasa algo así, y también pasa algo como esto, los oficiales tienen que hacer mucho, porque esta ciudad lo necesita. Y eso es lo que vamos a tener, vamos a hacer, lo queremos hacer. No queremos hacerlo por las razones que están pasando, pero estos oficiales y sus corazones están en ese lugar.
Chief, at Deep Ellum, one of the suspects was out on bond. It's an issue that we've discussed in the past. He was out on bond on a violent murder, and then allegedly committed this other crime. So, can you talk a little bit about this? Continues to be an issue.
But it absolutely continues to be an issue. I'm fairly certain everyone knows my point on this. Irresponsible decisions are being made that do not make our community safe. And so, that's not a decision for me to make. Obviously, it's a decision for the individual places. That in that particular case, it was out of another county. But again, it's a recurring theme because individuals from other counties do come to the city of Dallas. And again, you could probably just play back tape of me saying this over and over again, that is not what the goal of bond or bail reform was, to have an individual suspected of murder out on bond, and for a year later to be in possession of a handgun, and then be involved in 2 deaths in our city. That's a slap in the face. I've said that before. It's nothing new, but it's challenging. Because oftentimes these men and women are working hard. They're sacrificing what's dear to them. I was just at an academy graduation telling them how hard this job is and what they're in for. And we need help. But I will guarantee the community that we are not going to be the cog in the wheel that lets them down.
Chief, can you assure the citizens that Deep Ellum is safe?
Well, I can't assure anything. I can tell them that this police department is working as hard as it can to ensure Deep Ellum is safe. But in any area, if you look at the brazenness of what occurred in Deep Ellum, we had officers right there. This police department, Deep Ellum is a wonderful place to go and entertain and enjoy. And it's the criminal element that comes in that we need to combat. When these individuals, the goal is, and as I've said this many times before, is the proactive nature of this police department and the hard work that these men and women do. I've said this many times, 100 people aren't responsible for 100 different aggravated assaults. That the work that these officers and these detectives do every day to apprehend these individuals before that they commit these offenses has never been more important. And if anything tells us that, it is in an area where there are officers present and something happens. That is why police departments need to be proactive and not reactive, and that's where the heart of this police department is.
Chief, al caso de Royal Lane, ahorita lo mencionaba, según entendí en inglés, que se trataba de un caso de odio. No sé si pudiera dar un comentario igual, pero en español respecto a esto.
Lo leí en español también, pero lo que tenemos el caso que pasó. Encontramos que habían por lo menos 2 otras veces con muchos negocios que hemos tenido alguien que en un tiroteo que estaba manejando el mismo carro, el mismo estilo de carro. Y cuando vemos eso, que ha pasado ahora 3 veces en los mismos tipos de negocios, entonces tenemos que pensar que el caso y la razón que este sospechoso está haciendo lo que está haciendo es por odio. Y tenemos que decirlo a nuestra comunidad y nosotros también tenemos que pensar de eso.
Y ese era el mensaje que decías en inglés. Eso no se va a tolerar en esta ciudad.
Eso no se va a tolerar en esta ciudad. El odio no tiene lugar en la ciudad de Dallas, no tiene lugar. Y como nosotros tratamos cada otro caso, cuando un sospechoso está usando odio para hacer sus crímenes, es algo que la violencia no vamos a tolerarlo aquí, pero también esto, vamos a trabajar bien duro y vamos a trabajar con toda la gente que nosotros tenemos y que la comunidad nos apoye y nos ayuden también para identificar el sospechoso o el carro que está manejando.
Anything else, guys?
Thank you.
Real quick, any ballistics match that you've been able to determine between those three different?
It's a little early for that. You know, that's all I'll say. There's a lot of investigation that goes into this, and I guarantee you, we got the best here. They are working extremely hard, and, you know, it's just one of those times where, you know, we remember what we did this morning and raise our right hands to do. And so they'll keep working hard to do it, and as soon as that comes up, I'm sure it'll help us in the case. Okay, thanks, everybody.
Gracias.